Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolsTown here in City Skylines 2, where we take a look at the brand new area that we built last episode, which is all of our beautiful little row housing. Now, what I tried to do was tackle the high kind of rent situation by building some lower density smaller houses, but it turns out I was building the wrong type of smaller house, and hopefully we can kind of get rid of the bigger problems that the kind of city does have and solving these issues. Now, like you guys in the last episode said, Seniac, you need to build the lower density with the smaller 3x2 or 2x2 size houses to kind of give them what they want to hopefully move the people who are paying too high a rent in these bigger areas into smaller houses. So that's what we're going to try and implement in this episode and try and build this little area over here to building like a budget or like an economy style housing kind of a suburb area. I don't know how well it's going to go, but hopefully give them some public transport as well, so they can also lead themselves from this area into the big city to hopefully get some better paying jobs or a decent paying job. Now, if you are enjoying this city so far, make sure you smash that like button down below. We recently implemented in the airport, which is doing wonders for the city, and we built this brand new industrial area as well, and the train line in. We're just waiting for the more employees to work at the train yard before we can get some more trains on the go. And apparently we have an issue over here right now with traffic. I think a roundabout might be a good situation for these. I don't know how it's going to play out with a junction so close, but let's throw one in anyway. And let's kind of go for like is that a medium one? Yeah, that's the medium size roundabout, and hopefully that will allow the vehicles to flow a little bit easier. But that's what we did recently. The city is flourishing right now apart from these high rent issues. That's the only problem. When you start building a big city, start implementing lots of high paying jobs, you kind of forget about the poor people. Guys, poor people exist as well, okay? You know what I mean? You got to give houses for the poor people, okay? So let's try and see what we can do. Let's try and utilize this little square here to begin with. Now, I don't think I've ever kind of tried to implement or build anything like this, so this is going to be quite interesting. So what I want to do is I want to get the low density house in, which is a single and semi-detached houses right now. I'm going to try and build something a little bit small. Now, I don't know whether it might be a good idea to maybe implement some of the road to kind of situate ourselves to build small houses. I don't quite know how that's going to work. So 2x2s and 3x2s might be the way to go forward. So if I implemented this here and then go down to here, I know this is kind of quite close, but I'm creating small little side streets. That's what I'm going to try and implement right now. Now, I know not all of this lines up amazingly, but we can kind of create some stuff to be able to do it. So we've got some kind of single 2x2 houses, and then we'll try and create some 3x2s. So if I go down like this here, got some 3x2 zonings. I could do another row just here. Hopefully it all goes to plan. Now, obviously we'll cut through in the middle to kind of not make it so uniform. So if I went for some 2s down here and bring that in, if I then cut that out to there, and if I do a road, let's say just here, so we get in the zoning coming in. I'm creating like a little bit of an orchard kind of estate. Like if you live in the UK, you'll know exactly what like a council estate is, and it's almost what I'm trying to attempt to build here, isn't it? That's kind of interesting. So we'll try and also zone ourselves like the little squares as well, so we won't really be heavily reliant on these alleyway roads. Now this is going to be quite a close-knit neighborhood here. It is going to be quite close-knit. So I don't know how this is also going to play out in the long run. And I want to do like some, I won't say awkward designs, but something a little bit out of the box that we can kind of build and utilize. So bringing these down to like a little bit of a cul-de-sac almost. Bringing you down as well. And how does that look? Let me do a few more road connections, because this tight-knit community is going to need as much connectivity as we possibly can give it. So into there, we'll do a connection in here as well, and we'll do another one just here. So it's quite complex, that, isn't it? It's quite like close, But this is the downside to living in the poorer areas within the city right now. This is the downside to it. So let's implement this then. This will be quite interesting. So we'll utilize the kind of... Actually, this will be interesting. If I zone this here, where do they choose to... They choose to build the whole thing. So this is where your boy has to kind of place in his own buildings in that regards. And do it like that. So I could do a 2, I could do a 2, and I can do a 2. Right, I see how this is now going to work. 2, and then we'll do a 3 there. Why not? We'll do a 3, a 3, and a 3. So 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2. And then we'll do a bunch of smaller ones here. Now, will they build on like a 1 by 2? By the looks of it, no. So build like that. So we'll do a 3 by 2 there. We'll do 2s, 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 and a 3 by 2. And I'll be quite interested to see how they kind of come together on this. So 2 by 2 and a 3. So we do some 2s, a 3, a 2, and a 3, a 2, and a 3. So that's how we kind of combined it all together. So if I do a row of 2s there, then we just do, bam, 3 by 2s here. Right. I know it's quite long-winded. We'll do a 3 there and do a bunch of 2s here. But this area is going to look really, really good once it's all kind of come together quite nicely. So freeze, 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 freeze. Oh, this is the awkward bit now, isn't it? I might just do 4s there, so you get some larger size housing on the estate. I'll save that for a little bit of like a commercial area. We'll do like a little shopping precinct almost, and getting all this together. Okay, am I running out of demand right now? They don't seem to want to be able to build on this little strip there. Right, we'll kind of see how this comes together right now. This is going to be a tight-knit community. I can't express how tight-knit this is going to be. But all the zoning's now in. We're just waiting for it to all kind of build. It will take a little bit of a while. And we'll come back and see what we... Actually, we can place a commercial in while we are waiting. Now, I don't know if the commercial needs to do the same thing as well. I could do a 2. I could do a 2 and a 2. And then we'll kind of stack 3 by 3s here. I say 3 by 3s. It's 3 by 2s is what I'm trying to say. But a nice little commercial area just there. How long is that now taking to build? Still a little bit longer. That's taking long as well. I've got it in like fast forward mode, but I mean the game is slowly starting to slow down at this point anyway. But it will be interesting. Now, obviously coming off this, we want to extend these areas anyway into this kind of grid system. But we are facing the kind of increase of the terrain level. So let's try and create additional flow through roads, and let's use our kind of complex curve. So if I came out to here, I went bam. Actually, we'll go a little bit further down. Bam, bam, bam. Bend that curve round and allow it to follow us through. So we can kind of bring this up to a certain extent. So I reckon we go by another set of the 112 markers. And I'll nip it over there like that. And then we'll run this bend into there if it's even possible. So if I get it to roughly snap about here, there, and then in. So they all kind of bend at different rates. But hopefully with the stagger, it's slightly kind of elevated as they go up. Not by much, only ever so slightly. And we'll come off with little cul-de-sacs and roads. Obviously, we got a little bit of space here to expand back it a bit. But oh, here are the houses now. Here is the houses, boys. Now, these are definitely small. These are definitely a lot smaller. You can now kind of compare like a 2x2 versus a 3x2. Now, we'll get people moving in here. Household wealth wretched. What does that even mean? The financial situation of the house taking into account each member's income and its net worth. Wretched. That is a new one. That's modest. Wretched. Modest. I've never heard that term before. Now, I'm not saying that I built these, all of a sudden all these icons are going to disappear. But it's something that we kind of need to consistently keep doing. So we'll build a little bit more of it. So we'll go bam, Now we have to do a 4 there, unfortunately. Bam, 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 bam. 3. Bam, bam, bam. So we've got like a nice little system on the go now, don't we? We do have a nice little system on the go with how this is all going to work. So we'll do a 3, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3. Very good. Very good. So it looks quite complex. I don't know if it will be I would want to live here. Only because of how over the top it is. Now, not many people know this though, but I've grown up and I've lived on council estates my whole life. So I'm used to this scenario. And I know the trials and tribulations that come along with living in said neighborhoods. But with the fact that how this city is and it's on the outskirts, it feels like it's like going to be like a very, very neglected area. That's how it feels. That's how it feels right now. So let's extend it further down then, and then we'll try and bring it through this area too. We got the shopping area there, which is the center of the community. It's pretty nice. Now I'll bring this road going down, and we'll kind of utilize these as little through routes. Oh, hang on, I'm not even on the right tool here, am I? So pushing it through. Where's it snap? Right, it snaps there. So bringing it through, and I'll kind of just end it there like that. So let's bring all this road going through now then. So I'm going to bring it up like this. Bam. Bringing that up to here. We'll go bam, straight down to here. Bam. Oh, that went really wonky, didn't it? I didn't mean to do that. There we go. So running this all through, got to do these little connections sticking out. You got to make these little areas short. And those little gaps there, I did a few here and there now. I'm going to put like little paths to kind of connect through. But this is going to look really good. So obviously I want to build like a little shopping area within this section too. And I'm going to build it here, just in that little square. So where we'll run that up to there. And then we have this larger area here to work with. I might just kind of plow this slightly through. And then run you up. And then keep it like that. So continues the fashion. I didn't really do much with this side. Maybe we should kind of add a little bit more in, right? Maybe we should add a little bit more in. Alright, running that down. End it like that. Because I'll do paths and stuff to kind of let them walk to these generic areas. So, we'll start with the commercial then. We've got a couple of little squares we can now do. A 3 and a 3. Squares like that. Little heart of the community shops. And then we'll finish this little section up too. We'll do a 3 and a 2. Oh, no. The demand didn't kind of creep in as quick there, did it? There we go. So I almost have to leave it like that now, don't I? And wait for it to kind of build up. So I'll do a 3. I'll do a 3. So it's like the demand doesn't want to get spent now, doesn't it? That's kind of what it feels like. So we'll do what we can here anyway. We'll do a bunch of the 2x2s. They seem to love the 2x2s quite a bit. And they will throw down those 2x2s as quick as they can. Alright, lead all this in. Nice chunk we just got in there. That's really, really handy. So these are spread out, so that works out for us. These are 3x2s. That's a 3. That's a 3. And these are all 3s now. And 2. I don't think that's going to work because it doesn't feel like it's connected, does it? Doesn't feel like it's going to be connected. So we'll do a 2, a 2... 2. I gotta wait for that one to build. That's the annoying bit. You gotta wait for half of them to just actually build before you can place the others down. Now this is gonna be interesting. We have to go for like a 3x3. 2s, 3s, 2, 2, 2. So I can sit here and literally paint this all day. It's quite therapeutic, But I know I've got a mission that I need to succeed on. So you can't do it all. You can't have it all, boys. You can't have it all. But I like it. I like how we can kind of create these designs. How we've got the ability to build something like this. It's quite interesting, isn't it? It is quite interesting. So while we wait for that to now build up then, let's go to our path scenario areas. And let's do little kind of connecting points now. Now, it might be a case of we have to shorten or do it freehand. So I'm going to do little crossroads. I don't know how that'll play out. Might be too many on the crossroads there. I mean, you can get rid of the crossroads. It's not the end of the world. And I won't do it on every section. We'll do it on a couple. Just to aid the walkability of this area. So we'll definitely do it here. And here. And anywhere else around here we can get away with. I might just do one just there. And leave it like that. So, we've placed some of those paths down as well. I did notice some stuff did get deleted. Which is quite awkward. And anywhere else we can get some zoning in. So wherever I can get the zoning in, I'll get it in. It's like that area doesn't touch, so you're not really going to get anything in there. What about there? No. He doesn't want to play ball. You fool. Right, leave it like that now then anyway. So hopefully it builds up this new area. But it does take a little bit of a while to fast forward. Like, I don't know why the game is now taking so slow to simulate. There's a car crash just over there. Now, would you say that there's less high rents complaining? Oh, I don't know. I still think it's a little bit early days to begin with. But I like how we got these little kind of commercial areas in the heart of the area, kind of like the residential sections. So, continuing the fashion here right now, we'll kind of come off there. We'll lead that up. Now, this area is a little bit different. Because it's coming to the end of the estate. I'm going to save that there for some commercial. This also shouldn't have the ability to connect anywhere else apart from that one. Maybe this connection as well here would be fine. But it's not going to lead anywhere else. There we go. Going to bring that directly up. Cut that through. Why is it not building? There we go. And I reckon one just here. And I'll do one there. And that's probably as far as I want to take that area as well. So it's all happening. It's all coming together. We've got the smaller houses now in. And they're comfortable. Wretched. Which I still think is an hilarious term. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that's all based on this density anyway. So we have got to play around with other density sizes. So I can do a little 4 there. I'll do a 3. I'll do a 3 there. And the commercial doesn't want to place itself in no more. It's weird how it just decides to stop building, doesn't it? It is weird, that. Right, anyway, we should get the ability now to do a bunch of squares. We'll do a 3 there. Bam, bam. It's like I'm in slow motion mode. That's how it feels. It really does feel like I'm in slow motion mode right now. Bam. Bam. Slow motion. That's how it really feels, man. Bam. Well, bam. And then keep this going. We'll go for settle for a 3 there. I think what it does when it grays out some areas, like it determines like it's not going to be able to build there. You know what I mean? I think that's what it does. I could be wrong. I could be wrong in that. We'll go for a 3 and a 3. Bam. And now we're waiting. So I don't know if it's because there's a limit to how many buildings you can build at once. I'm assuming that's what it is. But I could be wrong. Whoa, what's going on over here? Cars are just crashed left, right, and center. How do you make it all the way up there? Wow, okay. That's a new one, isn't it? That's a new one. So, we've also got to provide city services in this area. That just seems really crazy. It hurts my eyes to look at it. It really does. Now, we'll look at fire and rescue. Actually, we'll build a little area that will kind of be sufficient to service this place. So if I go to normal roads now, and I feel like building it within this vicinity. So if I came out here, like that, and then we try and build something that will be adequate for the area. So if I went here, and also brought you out to there as well, and maybe we can kind of add a little bend here. To kind of make it a little bit different. You know what I mean? And then we'll throw some buildings down. So we want a small little fire station, which will be glorious for us in this area. Now it's only really mainly to kind of give us the radius and the reach for this vicinity. That's pretty much all it's there to do. A small little police station, which a small police station in this game is a large police station. Let me see what I can get in first, which is a little bit smaller. Medical facility. Right, okay, it looks like we're deleting this road and this to extend further up. So medical facility could go, which is bigger, the medical or the police? They're both awkwardly large. So I could build the police station just there. So police and fire within the one vicinity. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. Now the medical one is also an awkward sized building. But what's it like throwing it there? It's probably better to put that one there and just slightly extend the road. Oh, there we go. So just something a little bit thrown in there. We can put some trees around it, make it look really, really nice. And is it now built? We're still building, but it gives us the coverage within this area. Now we don't have death care in here, but I might build a cemetery and fill up a space. Where would be the best place for a cemetery? I feel like we might need to buy one of these tiles over here. So I've got the ability to buy 81, but let me kind of just buy this little region there for now. Because I'm going to access all this as well and kind of continue the build. Now, it would be nice to have a cemetery. I say it would be nice to have one, like it's a good thing. But I feel like we can actually put it over here. Now, cemetery, if I placed you in, say here, doesn't cause any major terraining issues, but the road can extend now up and around it as if it's a part of the area. Now, I can't center it. It's either one side or the other, which is, I would say it's slightly annoying, that, isn't it? It's the way it is, but it is what it is. I ain't going to complain too much. But it gives us that cemetery thrown in additional abilities to kind of do stuff. So where was with this zoning then? So back to the commercial. They don't want to get anything in here commercial related. But I think it's just technically showing us where we can zone. So if I built this little alley road going up, does that now make this area accessible for the commercial? I mean, I've got commercial demand. Is that a yeah? Is that a no? Is that a maybe so? I don't know anymore. I don't know. It's like the building framework is slowly slowing down. But I can squeeze in while I can squeeze in. And none of this over here wants to build as well. Is it because it's leading on that road? Yeah. I think it's determining on what road it's connected to. That's what it's trying to do, isn't it? Yeah, it's not technically connected to this road. So if I scrap all that off here, and then when it comes to commercial, I think we can do a square there of 3. Can I do a square there? No. Weird, right? But I could also throw a park in. It's not the end of the world. Anything that would like fit this nicely. It could go that way. Why not? Why not? Now, I haven't got to fill every nook and cranny. I ain't got to fill every nook and cranny, but, you know, it's not a nice little adjustment. So what do you reckon? Is this the way to go forward with this area? Is it the way to build? Is this what's needed right now to lower those rents? Again, still don't know. But what we will look at is some medium row housing. Now, I know we've got a lot of this stuff in, and we did do a load of it as well. And I'm kind of also want to continue some of the fashion of this, but I want to maybe, I mean, I could also, there's something stopping me switching these out for this road. But let me see what would happen if I committed to doing some more row housing. But I'm going to treat it as if we're in the back streets. So if I implemented these down here, now we're only getting the freeze out. So let me first do that. And then these two. So you're getting 1x2s is what we're now doing. Right, we always do the ends first. There we go. So then we can just literally throw this down. And we got to do this row first next. Because you'll get some freeze if I kind of go all the way over. Now I'll run that down to there. Now we can throw that in. Ooh, ooh, okay, nice. Throw this in all the way up to hit there now. For this beauty of an area, which will continue the path connections. But I don't want to... Oh, I say I don't want to create a crosswalk. Right, crosswalks. Let's get rid of some of these. So if I scrap off you... Now, I know we created a lot on these 4-lane roads down here. So I don't really want... Can I not get rid of the crosswalks now? There we go. We got rid of them in the end. I don't know how you get rid of them on some of the roads. Bit weird that is, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Now, we would benefit for some type of a car park here as well. So look, these little dead spaces. Is there... How small is the smallest car park? Oh, it fits there. Perfect. Right, that can go there then. We can have that one there. That's going to kill that commercial area. And there is a park there as well, so hold out slightly. Hold out. Right, that's pretty cool. And then the medium one. I'm going to throw in just there. So I won't make much money, but it's just enough to kind of give this area a little bit of a bulk, right? It just gives it enough of a bulk. Now that's the medium-sized housing, well, row housing. Now I don't know whether it's worth doing the medium density in smaller sizes. I don't know what the sizes of these buildings could be. So if I did a 2x2, oh, we actually built on the medium. Right. Okay. I did not know you could do 2x2 mediums. This is now throwing a little bit of a spanner in the works. Okay. You see where this is going now, right? Let's first utilize our 2-lane roads. So if I came up by the 112, then I do another 112. We'll go across to here and then down. And then, right, we'll bulk off this road here. Because we also got to start thinking about we are climbing up the hill slightly. So if I just utilize these 2 spaces here, and we'll use our little alley roads again. So if I do it like that, down to here. So I'll create that little overpass. Now we'll do a square going around the inside. And then from this, we'll do some random stuff. So we'll come off this junction and go down to there. And we'll say we'll come off this one here and cut through. I'll do a connection there. So that tears right through. I'll do that. We'll connect you down. Because we need multiple connections. Now that's a little bit over the top, isn't it? It's completely over the top. But this could be interesting. Now we'll connect some of these roads. Like we'll connect you. I'll connect you. Okay, maybe not. We'll connect you instead. No? Okay, maybe I was selecting from the wrong point. There we go. So gives us a lot of connection abilities here. So let's see what like a medium density area would be. So should I do, let me do some commercial. Let me do medium density commercial first. How would this work out? 2x2s, that works. Now I've thrown a 3x2 because of the way the spacing works. But I should be able to get a 2x2 whole section here. Now let me use the medium density next. Bam, bam. And then obviously freeze and freeze. Oh, this is pretty cool, isn't it? So that's going to be a free. Oh, this is going to be so good. So work our way backwards on this. And then we'll go bam, bam, bam. Oh, no, 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 no. These, unfortunately, have got to be like that. So this is going to have a completely different vibe to this whole area in general now. Because the way it's going to be set up. And we try and keep it as small as possible. Bam, bam, and a 2x3. So let's see how this area comes together now. This is a melting pot. I'm quite worried to find out how much. I'm about to say how much population is in here, but it's small houses, so it won't really be that much, would it? it wouldn't really be that much. Yeah, I can't see it being too much of an issue. But this is really cramming a lot of stuff in now, isn't it? It's really cramming a lot of stuff in. So let's think about some type of public transport. Now, we were originally, when it comes to our subway, we were meant to have, let me go down by -20, this train line here extending, and that was going to go all the way across in. But we created a loop, but we didn't do the long extender line. So let's create the long extender line. So, oh my goodness me, I'm not even connected now. Sadiak! What is it? Oh, it's down by a 30, that. Okay. Alright, that's in. And then, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. We're going to keep it simply straight. So I'm doing this first because if I do a bus route to kind of pick people up, it will take them to the subway stop. So all I'm going to have is the most simplest back and forth route. So get right in here. Goes to here. Goes to then here. Then goes straight across, and it's only going to stop at this stop. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So then pretty much go back. Zoom, zoomy, zoom, zoom, zoom. And stop here. To then stop here. And then to finally end and complete the route there. Now that new route would be line 5 and change it to 1 vehicle. So hopefully, did it generate a train? Yes, trains have been generated, but some of them now need to disappear because there's now too many coming out. Wow, look at that. Talk about a melting pot, boys. That's going to be glorious. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a little bit of a bus route now. So we'll start with some bus stops. And I'm going to bring it up to the passenger train station here and then back down and in. And into this one as well. We'll kind of utilize both of them. So we're on that side of the road. So we'll have a stop there that then comes in this way. So we'll have a stop then here. We'll bring it to a stop there. There. Actually, no. We'll bring it to a stop here. Okay, I'm going to delete those stops. We'll have a stop here. Because it's within the walk-in vicinity. I'll have a... Oh, right, let me start again. Right, scrap that stop. Right, I have a stop here. Coming into there. To there. One last stop here. Up and over to a stop there. So then a stop here. And it turns round. Comes out to a stop there. And then we'll do another stop here. And then we'll bring it down this road. Comes up and over. We'll have a stop just here. So that's all it's going to do. I will have like other routes going other directions, but its main focus is to bring people from over here to these 2 train stations, ain't even that one. Just gives them the ability to kind of connect. So if I just quickly run this through. It's not to be efficient, it's just to give us connectivity and spread the radius in which they feel like they're connected via public transport. You know what I mean? So connect, connect, connect. Bam, bam, well bam, well bam. So that new bus route then is bus line 3. Doesn't need 7 buses. I'll put it to its minimum of 3 buses and see how we get on. So I'm liking how these smaller areas are turning out. They look pretty decent, right? They do look pretty decent. And we've got like a mismatch of designs. And I can't believe how much we've crammed in such a small area, but in the reality, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a large area. And there's not really that many people living here. Now, it's all poor. I want to say it's getting rid of stuff, but I feel like they'll still be complaining about high rents no matter what anyway. And we do have some signature buildings we can drop in. I don't know if anything's residential related. Apartments, the sculptor's mansion. But a lot of these smaller densities don't really fit in now, do they? How big is this? Now, there's a large building, boys. It's a large building. No, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. We got a nice little bus route doing the loops. So, do I need to build more of these? Is this the way forward that I need to go? I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comment section down below. But we'll kind of end it with some education. Because, you know, we got to give them all the chance to get out of these slums. We got to give them the chance to get out of these slums, don't we? So, we'll implement a school. And I think I'll throw one in just here. And upgrade it to have a larger capacity. And do you reckon that will be adequate enough? I mean, it's going to get filled up pretty quick, isn't it? 260, 400. Okay, I'll build a secondary school. I'll implement that just over here then maybe. And while this one gets filled up pretty quick, 800 students already. Holy moly, that's quick, isn't it? Pretty much just goes to show, doesn't it? And that one's 8. So we got an overspill capacity, and as we can kind of continue the expansions leading down to this area, we've got enough going on. So time will tell if this is the right decision. Time will tell if we should be building more of these, but we do have to sort out these high rents. Also in this area, right, if I zoned, these roads are not good for this area. This zoning, I should say. So we kind of have to replace them. Now what would work? The row housing would work, the medium density would work as well. So if I replace this whole area here with medium density, so if I quickly throw all this down, because now they've got to move out the area. The rent is too high for the area. That's like the other side of it. So if I just get rid of all this housing. And then it replenish with the newer higher density, because they can't afford to live here no more. They can't afford to live. Because the ground rent's too high for the type of building. Same with all this going around the edge as well. So it's just naturally how the city expands out. I have a feeling it's going to be the same over here. Not everywhere, in certain areas. But if the road's red, they don't want to live. That density doesn't want to go there. Medium, yes. The row houses. You see how that spreads. And in this area over here, it becomes medium density, gets a little bit better. The mixed, a little bit better. And then low rent and high. Yeah, they want to go everywhere, don't they? They want to go everywhere. But we'll see how we get on. Because we've got this building over here too. People are having to be moved and relocated. But let me know, boys, if you've experienced or kind of experimented with this type of residential areas. Let me know in the comment section down below how you got on with it. We've got we should have the buses now doing the rounds. Where's the bus stops? The bus stops are over here. So zooming right in. There's a bus stop right now. Got a few people waiting. So we know it's going to get utilized and used. There's a hearse. depressing. So it should be quite fun to kind of find out. But yeah, it could be the way forward, it could not be the way forward, but we'll get back to our usual expansions in the next episode. So until next time, I'll see you all soon, so goodbye.